Mein Name ist Werner Peitz von der Universität Konstanz. Ich bin hier mit meiner Kollegin Katrin Krautheimer. Wir würden Ihnen gerne, da ist Katrin, hallo, unsere Masterstudiengänge vorstellen in Konstanz. Wir werden auch ins Englische wechseln. Genau, ich würde jetzt mal den Bildschirm teilen und ich fange an. Ich stelle den Masterstudiengang in Politik und Verwaltungswissenschaft vor, der sehr viele Austauschmöglichkeiten international bietet. Und dann kommt Katrin und stellt den Master in Social and Economic Data Science vor. Ein sehr interessanter, innovativer, interdisziplinärer Strang, also zwei ganz unterschiedliche Programme. Gut, dann werde ich mal den Bildschirm teilen. Eine Sekunde. Sorry, Technik. Okay. Dann jetzt. Hier sind wir. Ja, ich hoffe, Sie können das sehen. So, wahrscheinlich sehen Sie auch die, wie bei meinem Vorredner jetzt auch, dass Sie dann sozusagen die Notizen auch noch sehen können. Aber so. Gut. Also zunächst mal herzlich willkommen. Wir werden jetzt kurz die Universität Konstanz vorstellen. Am Anfang gleich schon ein paar wichtige Punkte zu Konstanz sagen. Wir werden kurz das Department für Politikwissenschaft vorstellen. Sorry, ich wollte ja auf Englisch wechseln. So we are going to present the department. We are going to say some words about the programs. What is very important for us, we want that students have good opportunities in the job market, both within and outside the university already during their studies. As mentioned before, the international dimension of the study programs is very important. Yeah, and at the end, we have again some general remarks about the university's central services and about the city of Konstanz and the surroundings. Yeah, so we are the only German university represented here in this during this information day. This is because we are like almost in Switzerland, right on the border. So you can see if you want to learn to know Germany, Konstanz is maybe not the very best place because it's far away from everything. Munich, Cologne, Berlin, they're all far away. But we're kind of a suburb of Zurich, so it's only 60 kilometers from Zurich, and by train it's just a bit more than 1 hour. Konstanz is a very highly ranked university. So recently we were ranked #1 in Germany in political science, and I think it was in 2016, we were ranked #7 worldwide among young universities. That was not only the department, that was the entire university. And the department is always among the top 3 political science departments in Germany, together with universities like Mannheim, Munich, or Freie Universität Berlin. During our masters, teaching is almost entirely in English, so it is not necessary to be proficient in German. There are some courses, some elective courses taught in German, but the core seminars are in English. We have a lot of students who work as student assistants at the department as part of research groups, or let's say for the international office, for example. And that means that while you are studying, you have already some income, but maybe more importantly, you gain some work experience. What students like pretty much about our department is that we have a pretty personal relationship with students. So you're not just a number. So people tend to know you if you're a student at our department. And despite the fact that we are a relatively large department, as the department is so successful, we now have a total of 19 professors at the department, 15 full professors, and right now 4 junior professors. So this is huge. So we are one of the biggest political science departments in Germany. So the same size as Freie Universität Berlin. And what is important for us, we have a lot of student advisors. And so if there's a question, if you have a problem, we try to answer your questions as soon as possible. The department is known for its research in different areas. So you can see those areas here. One of the areas is data and methods. So we do a lot of empirical political science. And from this derives also this new master's program that Katrin is going to present later on. We do a lot of IR stuff here, which is either international political economy or conflict studies or European integration. We do a lot of public policy, comparative politics, policy analysis stuff. And maybe as something special, as our unique selling point, we have a lot of colleagues who also work in the area of public administration and public management. So you can see some examples here of areas that we cover as part of those subfields. I'm not going very much into detail, but if you have questions, you can ask. So all these are represented by, all these areas are represented by professors. So you see, it's a lot. Huh? So we really cover a lot of areas. Okay. I think what students like is that we do a lot of conflict studies, conflict management. So we have a lot of graduates who end up working for international organizations or NGOs. So our students really find jobs worldwide. So yeah. What students also like very much, we are a campus university and the borders between the departments are not too strong. So it is easy for you to take courses at neighboring departments, at other social sciences or information science. And you can take up to 2 courses that will also count towards your degree at neighboring departments. So depending on your interests, you have like some special knowledge. And what is also remarkable in the masters, almost all courses are seminars. So it's small seminar groups. And again, you have a relatively close contact with your professors, and what they teach is often pretty much closely linked to what they do in research. So students really appreciate that. Okay. In Germany, it is common that students do a bachelor's and a master's degree. So we have at our department a 3 years bachelor's. We offer these 2 years master's programs. And then if students want to continue, they can do a PhD in 3 or 4 years. So the bachelor's is pretty large. We have 180 spots in our bachelor's. We have around 100 spots in our master's in politics and public administration. So it's a huge program, but we have a lot of applications worldwide. So around 300 applications for 100 spots. And then for the Masters in Social Economic Data Science, it's a total of 36 spots, I think, but Katrin can say more. And it's also a very competitive program. Okay, so now I start explaining a little bit about the Masters in Politics and Public Administration. Why do students come here? These are just some buzzwords, some replies that students gave us in a recent survey. Despite the fact that we are in a small city on the border of Germany, we are very international. So students like that. We have a lot of international students here on our campus, and students really go for an exchange anywhere in the world. Students like that we have those small seminars, that they can really specialize on political science subfields. And then we try to bridge, let's say, our research orientation with the interest of students to find jobs. So I will say some words about that later on. Okay, I think I have informed you about that already. So you can see that the research areas are reflected also in the master's program. So if you apply for our master's, what you have to do is you will have to indicate which is your desired field of specialization, and you can choose one of these 3 fields. So these are just broad areas. And then if you want, you can choose a second major. And this can be one of these here. So you can combine, I like to do IR, I want to combine this with public policy, or I do IR and I want to combine this with methods. All combinations are possible between these two, between what you see on these two slides here. So we think it is interesting, it will fulfill your expectation. When you apply for a job after graduating from our master's program, you will be able to indicate that you did one specialization, potentially a second specialization too. And then if you do a double degree program, that will also be listed on your master's degree. So we think that this is highly attractive for your possibilities to find a job after your master's studies. Here we see an overview of the study plan. The master's program has a total of 120 ECTS credits. 30 credits are for the master thesis. The other 90 credits come from seminars. You can see in this table that if you see those columns, we want to train you in methods. We want to give you foundations in the different subfields. We want you to apply those methods and theories, and then we have elective courses. So you see that only in study area 1 methods, courses carry a specific name. So you have to do research design 1, which is quantitative. You have to take research design 2. You can decide whether you want to do advanced quantitative methods or if you want to do qualitative methods. And you have a course called information literacy, where you can either learn a statistics software program like R or Stata, or you decide to do like a course on presentations in English or academic writing or something like that. In the colloquium, I think it's similar to the Swiss system. You sit together with a small group of students and a professor, and everybody presents the projects, which is also seen by our students as something very useful for the master's thesis. What you see inside this red frame is what you have to do in your specialization. So that would be your first specialization. And then in study area 4, if you want to earn a second specialization, you would have to take 3 elective courses from that area. But this is just an option. You can also, of course, just stick to the red box and then be flexible with the rest of things that you want to take. Okay, so that's from my point, everything I wanted to say now. So I hand over to Catherine, and yeah. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Werner. Okay, so hello everyone, also from my side, a warm welcome to today's info meeting. I'm glad to join this session and happy to share some information with you about our Master Social and Economic Data Science program, which in the following I will only call the master sets. As you can see, our program is a highly interdisciplinary one, which allows our students to gain insights into various academic disciplines. Of course, data science itself is a highly interdisciplinary field that uses different approaches to extract valuable findings from data, especially nowadays as digitization and big data has become indispensable for society. So this master program offers you great opportunities also on the future job market, as you can imagine. So our program provides you with the knowledge and skills necessary to collect, manage, and analyze huge amount of data from diverse sources. And it puts heavy emphasis on foundational issues, including problems of measurement, representation, and causal inference, which are often overlooked in current big data analytics. So Werner, could you please go one slide ahead? Thanks so much. Let's have a look on the curriculum. So during your first semester or your first study year, you will take mainly introductory classes in the foundation module of data science, which covers methodological, mathematical, computational, and statistical foundations of data science. And later in your studies, you will also dive into advanced computational and statistical methods, programming and scripting, as well as applications. And then you will also have the opportunity to do an internship or a data science project project, which we call DSP, and you can also get credits for both of them. And of course, in your last semester, you will write your master thesis and partake in a colloquium in order to discuss your research topic and your research method. This is basically the study cycle and the curriculum, the contents you will get to know. And you can also have a look on our website to get some closer information about the curriculum. So let's go one slide ahead, because this is something which we especially and exclusively offer. This is called our data science project. And the data science project provides students with the opportunity to work through a research project from its very beginning to the end. And within the data science project, you also have the opportunity to work together with external partners. So if you are interested in doing a research project in a business sector, or also in governmental or non-governmental organizations, this is possible and will be highly encouraged. So the data science project constitutes and quite innovative learning format with a strong focus on applying the statistical and computational methods previously acquired during your studies. And some students do conduct their DSP and then later continue writing their master thesis about the same topic. So this is quite nice, as the DSP can offer you some great synergies within your studies. Okay, let's go ahead. Thanks, Werner, for your collaboration. Looking on the admission requirements or on application in general. So our master program, as Werner already said, has a certain amount of study places. Currently, we offer only 16 study spots, which is quite a small group of students, but we will increase our study or our capacity up to 36 spots for the nearby future. So we allow more students to study the master sets. So in general, we are looking for students with a BA in social science or in computer science and a strong interest in quantitative methods and empirical research. And on this slide, I listed the necessary admission requirements for the master sets, which is, for example, a very good above average BA degree, can be in the subjects as economics, political science, sociology, psychology, or a related degree, that depends. So it is important that you cover at least 3 courses, BA courses, in 2 different focus areas, which are here the mathematics, statistics, computer science, or the social scientific methods. And we also welcome students to apply in their final bachelor's year. This is possible, and what is important, of course, is that you upload all your documents on time via our application system, which will open, I think the application window opens mid of March and ends at the end of April. Of course, you also need high skills in English. This is very important, so you can either hand in a TOEFL, ELTS, or a Cambridge certificate to prove your English skills. And also, we do want to have motivation letter as well as a CV, and 2 letters of recommendation. Should be academic recommendations, but can also be recommendations of a former employer, for example. So yeah, let's go ahead. One slide, Werner. So, okay, this is what I already said, and I can repeat at that point. So the application deadline, as you can see, end of April, and we start in the winter semester. Well, to sum it up, the SETS program is a high potential program, as you can see, that prepares for an array of different career paths. And if you have any questions still open or left, then please contact me or my my student assistant. He is also great, working with me together and advising our students who are interested in our master's program. Thank you very much for your attention. And I will hand back to Werner.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we will both be ready for your questions afterwards. I just have a few more slides about more practical issues. first of all, sorry, my computer is a bit slow, so here we are. So financial aspects, Konstanz is one of the most expensive cities in Germany, but still compared to Switzerland, it is relatively inexpensive. So maybe what is important for a Swiss student is that EU citizens have to pay 164 euros per semester, but there is a special fee for non-EU students of 1,500 euros. So that means if you do the entire master's program, it is roughly 6,600 euros if you are a Swiss citizen. Okay, I mentioned already that you can work at the university. The other option is we have a very good internship database. We have graduates who work in all relevant international organizations or multinational companies. And every day we send around job offers and internship offers. So students are pretty happy about that. The other thing is the international dimension. I said at the beginning that this is very important for us. We have a lot of exchange options. It all started 40 years ago with our Erasmus network. You can see here a list of our Erasmus partner universities. So if you do a master's, you can do 1 or 2 semesters of Erasmus exchange at one of these universities here. But we have something more to offer, and this is also maybe a unique selling point of the University of Konstanz. For 10 years already, for more than 10 years, we offer double degree programs. So I would say 50% of our master students, and it's a group of 100 students that we admit every year, do a double degree. So there is a considerable number of master students who choose that option. And you can see it is all renowned universities, mostly in Europe, but also in North America. The good thing is, I think there is something for everybody. So all those partner universities have a different focus. Sometimes they charge tuition fees, sometimes not. But in most cases, we can offer a full scholarship. So for that reason, we just had the application deadline for those double degree programs, our internal deadline yesterday or the day before yesterday. We had a lot of applications. Students want to go to Utrecht, to Gothenburg, Prague, Barcelona, for example, and we are happy to provide them with those exchange places. Usually you spend the first year at the University of Konstanz, and then during the second year, you go abroad and you also write your master thesis at the partner university under a co-supervision of professors from both departments. Internationalization is especially relevant for the Masters in Politics and Public Administration, and for the SETS Masters, we are right now developing a strategy. It's a relatively new program. It is interdisciplinary, so therefore international exchange is not that easy, but we are working on something. Erasmus is already possible, maybe in the future also a double degree or something else. Okay, we will come towards an end. I will just skip these slides. So there is a library, which is pretty good, voted #1 university library in Germany a couple of years ago. You can learn a lot of languages at our university. It's all for free. A lot of central facilities. And as we are located right next to Lake Konstanz, there are huge options for sport. The city of Konstanz is located right on the Swiss border and between the upper and the lower part of the Lake Konstanz. It's a beautiful city with an old park, and in the close surroundings or a bit further away, there are a lot of things you can do. So also social activities wise, it's very nice. Good. Thank you very much for your attention, and we are now also ready for your questions, and Timo will guide us how we can get to the breakout room or what else we should do. Thank you very much.